Yo, what's up everybody? It's Superfly Fat Guy 859 coming at you again. Alright, so this is going to be a little something different. Something I've never seen. You know, everybody in this little community, they're always doing something different, you know, showing something different, etc. But nobody's really done this that I've seen. I've seen pool tables, but I've never seen pool cues before. And I just wanted to do a little video. Actually, this might turn out to be a long video, I don't know. On my two pool sticks. And I'm a firm believer in buying quality, especially when it's going to be something that you're going to be involved in heavily. And when I say heavily, I mean it like, I believe it was like the age of 18, 19, something like that. I was probably pushing 6 to 8 hours a day playing pool. I did it quite a lot. I actually got consumed. You know, as much as you guys are into knives and guns and gear and all that, I was in the pool. My dad heavily influenced me into getting in the pool, and he started giving me lessons. Basically, I guess you would call it allowance money. I would use allowance to play pool. And I paid for my pool lessons 75 cents a game. So nowadays when people ask me if I'll teach them, no, I won't. You get out there and you pay 75 cents a game and you learn on your own, just like I did. And I'm not going to say I'm great. You know, I'm not, you know, the end-all be-all. Actually, now I'm terrible for what I used to be. But there was a time where I could pretty much beat anybody. Okay, you know, kind of like that Jedi thing when, you know, you can never beat the master. You can never beat the person that taught you. Well, the day that I beat my dad was the absolute pinnacle for me. But anyway, I had money and stuff that I had saved up and things like that, and here she is. This is not the first one, like I said. This is the one, and this one's beat up too. Let me go ahead, and anybody that knows anything about pool, this is a Viking. It's a 19 ounce custom pool stick. It is all beat up and miscolored. When this was brand new, it was a whole lot prettier as far as color is concerned. Nothing too fancy or anything. No pearl inlays. I will get to that in a second, and that one right there. Custom pool stick made just for me. I picked out the wrap here. I picked out the blue. I picked out pretty much everything about this stick. And I paid a couple $100 for it. Over $200. I think was the final cost, something like $220, $230. Had it custom made, like I said, from Nat Billiards over in Latonia, Kentucky, and it's a nice little stick, man. I tell you what, too, I've had some problems with it as far as when I got into that wreck. I put this back in it because I drove the car for a little bit. I don't know if I guess I drove it illegally. I don't know, but at the time I drove it for a while, and I kept this in the back. Well, the trunk was so messed up that it got water in the trunk, and I had actually, not only did it get water in from the rain, but I had also tipped over a windshield cleaner gallon jug, and it soaked into the shaft here. So I had to set this over the heater for about 2 weeks, and to get all of the windshield cleaner completely out of it. And you know, I don't know, I love this stick. I absolutely do. This is my I don't even know. This is like my, to me, this is like my Ed Brown 1911. You know what I mean? Like Pete's Ed Brown. This is my Ed Brown. I absolutely love this stick. I don't use anything but Masters Blue, Classic Blue. Masters is the smoothest chalk out there. I know a little bit about pool, but not a lot. But I would definitely challenge just about anybody. Although, like I said, nowadays I'm not too good. But the stick that is in this case, as I said once before, maybe twice, I don't know if anybody remembers or not, but my uncle back in 2003, he committed suicide and passed away, and he loved to play pool as well. And I come from, my dad claims he's undefeated in like 7 states or some shit, and he's excellent. He is very, very good. My mom is, for as little as she is, boy, she can bat them balls around like there's nobody's business. My uncle was a great pool player, played for stuff all the time, and apparently, I guess back in the 90s, he played somebody for I don't know, how much it was or whatever, but the guy said, well, all I got is my pool stick. And my uncle was like, shit, well, I'll take that. So I had it actually checked out and looked at by the guys at Nat Billiards over in Latonia, and they told me that, I can't remember, there's some kind of fancy inlay wood there on the female part of the shaft. This is a late 70s, early 80s custom pool stick. It's you can tell it's usually an old stick when the female version, I don't know if you can see this or not, is actually wood. So it's going to be a steel spindle or a steel male part on a wooden female part. That's how you know it's pretty old. And this is the beauty. Also a Viking. And this has nothing to do with the stick I got. It's just coincidence that I bought this one, got it custom made. It's a Viking. I had this one handed down to me. Turns out it's a Viking. Custom, some kind of special wood inlays right here. The custom wrap, I don't even know what kind of wood this is. It is beat up. You can tell here, like cigarette burns or some stupid shit. And then the male part here, and but she never gets played with. she's my safe queen. I had a guy at Nat Billiards tell me that this stick in the late 70s, early 80s was over a $300 stick back then, and it's actually a collector's piece now, as I throw it all over the place. So yeah, that's pretty much my little collection here, guys. I want to go ahead and just, I guess, show you again. That's my pool sticks. Both Viking. This one, I would call it vintage or antique. I don't really know the weight or anything. I don't know the exact woods and things like that. This one here, 19 ounce, and custom made for me. Alright guys, well, any questions or any follow-up videos, just let me know, and go ahead and leave me some comments down there. Take it easy, man.